I was poking around under the hood, so to speak, of Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I found a few things that I never knew were there and that I admire to a great extent. So I thought I would give you a little tour of my findings. This video is for Benny McGee and for you, of course, kind tuner inner. But before we get going, I would love to take just a moment to thank the following people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Craig Dunstan, Victor, welcome back, buddy, and Red Tie Bear. Folks, thank you very much for your support. It's all in the wrist. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link, of course, is in the description. I made you a little tab to aid in your following along. You can go get it for free, no strings attached, on my website, RyanLent.com. Show notes, but there is one little catch. The title is in super secret backwards code, so no ne'er-do-wells can horn in on our super secret information. Can't stop, can go, Congo, snakes on a plane. No surprises in the intro, just grab the A string 5th fret with your pointer finger, and we're gonna go up to the 7th fret with your ring finger in sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make that 5th one short, staccato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As it gets a little more intense, you can get a little more wiggly about it. Which is where we encounter the first thing that was unexpected to me anyways. To talk about the verse, we are going to say root dot da, root 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 dot da, root root root, where the root changes but the dot da never does. Our first root, for instance, is on the A string 7th fret, and our dot da, I'm going to use my middle finger on G7 and pinky finger on G9. So, root dot da, root 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 dot da, root root root. Our second root is a D note. Now you could play that on the A string 5th fret and still get this done with a little more finagling. You could play it on the E string 10th fret with a different kind of finagling, but you can tell the difference, for instance, between this D note on A5 and this D note on D open. They sound different. This one's a little janglier, this one's a little more muted. And there is a version of this song that is just John Frusciante's isolated guitar track. You can go listen to it, and I think you'll agree with me that the D note in question can be nothing other than the open D string, and that makes this a lot easier. Now we're going to go open D root, dot da, root root root, dot da, root root root. A lot less finagling. Our third root is on the E string 7th fret, so the fingering will be the same as the first one. Dot da, root root, dot da, root root root. And our last root is on the E string 8th fret, so you use your middle finger, reserve your pointer finger for G7, and your pinky finger can still get G9. Da, da, root, root, da, da, root, root, root. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And so on and so forth. On our last trip through the verse progression, right before we go into the chorus, instead of the last set of roots and dots, the E string 8th fret one, he's going to make a little tiny E minor chord on E7, B8, and G9, and he's going to pluck those from thin to thick. So, the chorus is where things begin to get really weird. The chords are G, D, B minor, C. And you can go ahead and play G, D, B minor, C however you like, but here's how John Frusciante does it. He plays the bar chord G, the bar chord D, the bar chord B minor, and here's what I cannot do. Being the non-thumb guy that I am not. It's C major 7 up here, pointer finger on E7, middle finger on B8, ring finger on G9, pinky finger on D10, and your thumb guy thumb on E8. It's an awesome chord. It fits, it just adds so much to this whole thing. Failing my Red Hot Chili Peppers audition, there it is. That's what you're supposed to do. If you dare, that is a C major 7 chord. You can get it done down here with no pointer finger on your C chord, but that's a different B than that one. That's the chorus. Up until the very end of the chorus, you'll see. The last time out of the 4, right? Come and tell me if it's time to that time. What you're gonna do is the same G, the same D, but the B minor becomes B minor 7. It's gonna be 7, 9, 7, 7, 10, 9. So take your pinky finger off of D string duty and add it to the B string 10th fret. Awesome. And then to that chord that I cannot do, but the effect is you hear more of this when you play those 2 chords together. That's what he does. Hey man, something for us all to shoot for, right? The bridge is the same chord progression, so to speak, as the verse, which is to say E minor, D, B minor, C. That's what's implied anyways by and so on and so forth. But he uses little tiny F and F minor shapes. Up here, the E minor is going to be from the small string going towards your face, 12, 12, 12, 14, and he plays on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. D is an F shape starting on 10, so 10, 10, 11, 12. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. B minor is the same shape as E minor, but on fret 7 and 9. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major 7 is the 4 strings out of this crazy thing that I can't do, and I'm noticing that out of this shape, it's easier for me to get to this shape, which makes me think that maybe he thumb guys B minor, which you can do if you want, but I'm never gonna thumb guy B minor, so I'm gonna continue to struggle and fail in my own way. Anyways, C major 7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the last and, the 4th one in that C major 7, he goes back up to D on his way back to E minor. E minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D and 2 and 3 and 4 and B minor. 2 and 3 and 4 and C and 2 and 3 and 4 and on your way back to repeat, 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 but there's more. As the bridge develops, he starts adding something to each and every of that last and of each chord. On the E minor, he's going to add his middle finger to the B string 13th fret, which actually makes it a C chord. If you could imagine your pinky finger going to the A string 15th fret, you see that you've got a C shape up on the 12th, 13, 14, and 15th frets, but we're not playing the A string, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving down to D, he's going to add his pinky finger to the B string 12th fret. That makes it, I'm going to call it a D6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Down to B minor, where he's going to make it a B minor 7 with, just like our big bar chord, the pinky finger on the B string 10th fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then C major 7 just turns into D like it did the other time. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and cool. I also have to add that as that bridge continues to develop, he starts doing that reverse plucky thing like he did right before the chorus, as we just described it, same chords and same special notes. The solo for fun and profit. Give the B string 15th fret a big huge bend. One more time. Then regular. One more time on 15. 12. One more 12. G12. That is the first half. The second half starts with the same big B15 bend. B17, down to 15, bend 15, down to 12, back up to 15, G, 12, 14, 12. D14. Second half. Fun and profitable. That is all I got. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.